What's good, y'all, and welcome to my first impressions for Peacemaker. I finally watched the first 3 episodes of it, which I didn't know there were 3 episodes. I thought when this show dropped, like, oh, they're just gonna drop the first episode, and weekly go on from there. Nope, they dropped the first 3 episodes because I was watching the first episode. I was like, all right, this is a phenomenal episode. Look, all right, let's go in, and I'm about to record my first impressions. Then I noticed while the credits rolling, it says next episode 2. And I'm like, what? Nani? Episode 2? I thought, like, did I miss a week or something? Am I, like, a week late on this video? Then I checked the actual Peacemaker Twitter, and I'm like, nah, drop the first episode. Okay. I was like, all right, I'm good. But yeah, man, from the first 3 episodes, I loved it, man. This show definitely keeps up with the same tone, I would say, as the Suicide Squad. James Gunn was awesome, man. As always, man. This man, James Gunn, man, he's something else when it comes to comic book movies. And John Cena is, of course, the highlight, as always, man. But yeah, man, let's just jump right in. So, the show stars, of course, the legendary, the GOAT, John Cena! I will never stop using that meme. I will always keep using it. I don't care if it's old. I don't care if it's dated. I don't care if it's overplayed. I'm going to keep using it. Anyway, so we got John Cena, Jennifer Holland, Holland, if I'm saying it right, Freddie Storm, Danielle Brooks, Robert Patrick, who you guys may know and remember as the T-1000, and many more. And the plot of Peacemaker, which I love, that this is what it says on Google. It says, a man fights for peace at any cost, no matter how many people he has to kill to get it. They just used this quote from the Suicide Squad as the plot synopsis. But, yeah, obviously the show takes place after the events of the Suicide Squad, and we kind of see what he's up to, Peacemaker anyway. And first up, I gotta say, the humor, the first thing I praise is the humor. I fucking love this show. This show is fucking hilarious, man, from start to finish. Like, you had, at the start of the episode, you have Peacemaker talking with the janitor, who, judging from the fact he's in the intro, I'm assuming that means we're gonna see him more throughout the series. I would hope so, because I loved what we saw from here. But so he's like talking with them, and he's like, "Oh, bro, can I tell you a secret?" And then as they go on, they start arguing. You have Peacemaker going on, like, or I think the janitor said something about like Aquaman is cool, but Peacemaker isn't, or some shit. And then the Peacemaker says, "Oh, but he fucks fish." And then the guy argue about the validity of this random Twitter user Peacemaker found on whether or not Aquaman fucks fish. And it was like fucking Pepe Stan 250 or some shit, man. Like, it was fucking hilarious. And then you later on, as that conversation continues on, you have with Peacemaker is talking to the janitor. Janitor doesn't know who Peacemaker is, but as the conversation continues, he remembers who Peacemaker is. Like, oh, you're Peacemaker, that racist superhero. I died when I saw that, man. I died when he said racist superhero. You're always going after minorities. He says, I'll trust white people less, and keep an eye and kill more of them. You happy? That was funny, man. And there was plenty of other jokes as well throughout the episode I thought hilarious, like with when a Peacemaker finally meets back up with his dad. I love their interaction. Which, first off, can we also just take a moment to appreciate that in Peacemaker, John Cena's father is the T-1000. Can we all just take a moment to appreciate that in the show, the father of John Cena is the T-1000? That's just fucking awesome, man. I didn't even recognize him because of the beard and everything, but now I'm seeing the Castle's office, I recognize him. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, he was awesome. I'm sure the dumbasses on Twitter are all reporting like, "Oh, he's such a shit character," and they probably use this as more evidence. Like, see, this is why James Gunn is a piece of shit and deserved to get canceled. I swear, fucking idiots. Anyway, I don't know if that is the case, but it wouldn't surprise me, especially with what happens in the second episode at the end of it. Oh boy, I'm sure that ruffled some feathers. And also, shout out to James Gunn for not giving a damn. Shout out to him, man. Fuck him. That's the name of the game, if you ask me, man. Fuck. Anyway, So he was awesome. The rest of the supporting cast overall I thought was pretty good. Daniel Brooks I thought was really good as Leota, if I'm saying it right. But I think my favorite of the supporting cast outside of Vigilante, because Vigilante was also pretty fun, especially the third episode, is probably Jennifer Holland. I feel like as Emilia, if I'm saying that right. I thought she was really good. I liked her interactions with Peacemaker, and I kind of like her kind of having this thing where Peacemaker kind of has like a little crush on her or whatever. And who knows, maybe he's just kind of like tries to flirt with her, but she's always like just basically tells him to fuck off. And I am very curious to know how the relationship is going to progress as the series continues. If maybe they're eventually, get it on or something, man. That'd be interesting if that actually ends up happening. But yeah, besides the supporting cast, I thought that was great. The fight scenes are, of course, fantastic as always, man. The gore is there and all of its bloodiness. Absolutely love that, man. Um, the music choice I also thought were really good throughout the episodes with the fights and everything. Um, yeah, whenever we see Eagle, which you guys might remember, it might show when like one of the trailer, it was either like a clip or like one of the trailers dropped for that. How much I was just dying after seeing Eagle on screen, man. That was hilarious, man. Which I was gonna say, it's nice to be able to watch one of these superhero shows on like a stream platform that I don't have to pirate. Because I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before in other videos, but like all the Disney Plus shows I pirate because I don't have Disney Plus, but I also gotta watch them to keep up with the MCU and everything, and of course Mandalorian as well. So it's nice, like, oh, I have HBO Max now. I don't have to pirate Peacemaker. I could just go on my PS4, open HBO Max, and just enjoy the show, man. It was a nice feeling. It was a nice feeling. But yeah, so yeah. And apparently it was actually revealed that WandaVision was like the most pirated show last year, which I found hilarious. So yeah, anyway, just wanted to bring that up real quick. So yeah, the supporting cast was great. I thought the music was really good. The comedy was on point. Oh, there is like this site. I believe this was in the first episode as well. That this shit will never leave my brain. This is forever burned into my skull. It's a site that I never think I never wanted to see, especially as a long term John Cena fan, like as you guys know. I was just like, my eyes, and you guys followed through. I was like, my eyes when I got to that scene, and another thing I that was hilarious was in the third episode where, which we find out like that like we kind of learned that it looks like the main antagonist for this show is going to be like these quote unquote butterflies, because this whole thing with this show is like Peacemaker is now out, that instead of going to prison he's helping out like this guy that like works for Amanda Waller, and they're doing this whole thing called like Operation Butterfly, I think is what it's called. And so, and then not to get too into spoilers, but eventually it leads into the third episode, where that they're on this mission and they have to like assassinate this family. And so eventually, as the episode progresses, eventually both Peacemaker and Vigilante get captured, and the dude like legit takes like these fucking jumper cables, straps them to Vigilante's balls, and he just starts shocking him as he's trying to get Peacemaker to talk. It's like, nah, keep shocking him, keep giving him everything you want. He's like, what? No, like. And then, this man decides to up the ante after that, where then he just decides to cut off his fucking toes. He starts off with his pinky and he like takes, and it takes him like forever to try and cut it off because of how dull his blades are. One thing I also found interesting in this episode, I don't even know how true it was. The dude, as this guy is trying to like cut off Vigilante's toes, pinky toe, he says, "Oh, but the pinky toe is like the most important toe. You apparently can't stand without it," which I found very interesting. I don't know if that's true or not. If that is true, leave it down in the comments, guys. But I just found it interesting. Like, is that actually really true? Where the pinky is like the most important toe and you can't like stand without it? I don't know. Regardless of, I found that a very interesting fact. Also, in the third episode, they also mentioned the whole Berenstein Bears versus Berenstain Bears thing, which was pretty funny. There was another thing involving an iPad that was quite humorous as well. And then it's always a treat to hear John Cena just curse, just say fuck. Because as someone that watched him in WWE for 10 years, being all PG, it's nice to just hear him just curse. It's just that will always be a novel to me that I always enjoy, just listen to John Cena curse. But another thing I got praised about the show is that I'm glad that I get to watch a TV show now that actually has a fucking intro. Seriously, fuck text only intros. They suck. They're terrible. They're lazy. I hate them. I hate that's what TV has fallen to nowadays. So it's nice to finally watch Peacemaker, and they have a full-on intro, song, dance, everything, literally. So that was nice, and the intro itself is a banger. I love the software, the visuals that go along are fucking hilarious, man. And yeah, just goes well with the show, man. I was just glad to finally have a TV show that actually has a fucking intro. So that was nice. Because like I think the last time that happened that I can recall was the Netflix series, but you all know how long ago that was. Pain. Now, in terms of like, I guess flaws I might have had or issues I might have had with these 3 episodes so far with Peacemaker, I think the only thing I had like that I kind of noticed was like the CGI on Eagly looked a little off in places. It didn't look really all that good in places, I would say, especially in the first episode. And the other 2 episodes, I didn't really notice it notice much. But the first episode, the CGI looked a little shoddy. I don't know about y'all, but it kind of looked a little iffy, at least to me. But besides that, I love this show. I'm obviously excited and hyped to watch the rest of it. Looking forward to seeing what else is in store for Peacemaker. And yeah, man. So overall, I'm going to give my final verdict for, I guess, the first 3 episodes of Peacemaker is going to be a 9.5 out of 10, guys. So as always, leave your thoughts down in the comments. Do you guys love it? Do you hate it? Are you guys excited for the rest of the series? And yeah, man. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter for links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.